What is up, everybody? This is Suts, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. So, in the last episode, we finished our refrigerator. Sort of. We're kind of missing one of the Wheezeworts, but it's starting to cool down. We shifted our food supply into the refrigerator, so hopefully we'll be untouchable from here on out. Just food will just never, ever go bad, and we'll never have to see any kind of sign about our food being too warm. Let's see here. Insufficient oxygen generation. We're now slipping into that area, but it's still kinda almost even. Kinda. What else? What else is going on? Do I have to worry about this Wheezewort next to the oxygen generator? That shouldn't matter, right? Temperatures are decreasing all across the board. It's kinda, leveling out in here. 68 degrees now. Okay. Sweet, 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 sweet. Wasn't there something? There were some, like, temperature plates somewhere that, we can just grab anywhere in here. That's actually nice. Wasn't there some temperature plates that would kind of balance out metal tiles? Uses the floor as well. Increases duplicate run speed. Ooh, okay. Metal floors. That would be sweet. What was I looking for? Temperature plates. This thing? Tempshift plate accelerates or buffers heat dispersal depending on the construction material used. We could put some of those in that room to kind of disperse that coolness so it doesn't just freeze the plants right next to it. Temperature shift. That's right after the rock granulator, which is probably something we should research anyways. Why not, man? That's gonna go real quick. We'll get that in lickety split. Okay, so we have a security door down here we'd like to get to. We have a thing up here still. Probably not gonna be able to do that in this episode. That's pretty far away. Steam geyser's going nuts. You know, we actually should get on that manual airlock sooner than later, please. Somebody, maybe like high priority that. Because this is gonna overflow over here eventually. I mean, I set it up so that it can't really overflow, which is the good part here, but that Wheezewort seed, oh man. I still remember when we lost that Wheezewort seed. That's rough. We'll wait till we pump that water out. Somebody dropped the Wheezewort seed when they were coming through here the other day. Not fun. Not fun stuff. I gotta find another Wheezewort seed. That's why we can't complete our refrigerator. Sucks. Well, we can keep going down here since there's a thing there. We can keep going up here since there's a thing up there. Cool biomes apparently have good stuff in it. Unreachable build. Okay, unreachable. Why is it unreachable? This guy looks like he's about to go reach it. Oh, we removed a little piece right here. Right. Right then. As soon as that airlock is in, that should hold that water up. We don't want the water to continuously trickle through because then unrefrigerated food. Never mind. That's fine. Because then it's going to continuously heat up this water, and we want it to kind of sit there stagnant and start to cool down from this cool biome. Who's idling? Bert? Bert. Bert dug through the abyssalites. Bert, you're like a genius. Let's go ahead and go to medicine, wash basin, put one of those there. Feels pretty good. And then, you know what, Bert? You can just continue on. Like, I trust that you know what you're doing roughly, sort of, kinda, sometimes. Just don't touch that slime, man. Don't touch it. It's nasty stuff. We honestly could use that gold to launch up here and have Bert continue on without needing anybody's help, but whatever. If anyone gets slime lung, it's gonna be Bert. For sure. But we have a med bay, dude. Dude, look at the color coding. We have a flippin' med bay. We'll be fine. I think I'm worried. Decor in the med bay sucks, though. So let's maybe, like, make some pictures. Let's make some pretty shit. Huh? Get some more pretty stuff. Alright. Temperature inside the refrigerator. Temp shift plates inside here, too. Would be good. I think I would like that. Where do I put the temp shift plate? Do I put the temp shift plate where I'd like the temperature to go, or where the temperature needs to start spreading out from? Because we could put them all over the base. Spread out this cool, spread out that cool, spread out this cool. Maybe spread out these cools? Maybe. We have airlocks, so we can get in and out of everything. It's not really thermally set, though. Should we have thermally... Should we make this thermal? Thermally isolated? Insulated is the right word there. Just so that make sure that it cools down the whole thing. I was thinking that if the cool starts spreading out and around to the surrounding areas, that it wouldn't be that bad. Oxygen check. Other thing check. We don't have too much hydrogen leaking into our base. We don't have, like, chlorine leaking into the base. We've done a really, really good job with isolating gases, so I'm proud. I am ugly and I am proud. I am ugly and I am proud. The hell was that about? There's something outside? Hang on a second. No. Sometimes when Leonard bolts behind me, it's because there's like deer outside the window. If that was the case, it would have been cool. Be a lot cooler if you did. Bert's just gonna have to idle, alright? Deal with it, Bert. I don't have anything for you to dig. There's no dig going on. Could ladder down here, and then Bert could have at this area, I suppose, in some way, shape, or form, maybe. I want this to be built so we can get up into this thing. I want to know what the anti-entropy thermonullifier. Thermonullifier sounds like... Okay, entropy just means that, like, everything is just gonna go from high order to low order. Everything's gonna go from high energy to just, like, heat dissipation of, like, heat death. And it's anti-entropy, and then it says thermonullifier. It sounds like it's gonna have something to do. Oh, it just says information about it. A self-sustaining machine powered by what appears to be a refined neutronium. Absorbs and neutralizes heat energy and when submersed in hydrogen. What? Can I make one of those? Anti-entropy heat things? I mean, I can't feed it neutronium, so obviously not. Steam turbine. Generates exceptional electrical power using pressurized scalding steam. Outputs significantly cooler steam than it receives. Air pressure beneath this building must be higher than the pressure above for air to flow. What if we put a steam machine on here? Instead of the Wheezeworts, we put the steam machine. It sucks up that hot steam. It spits out colder steam. This would be the place to do that, right? How do I know where steam is? How do I know, like, is there a humidity level? Is there a gauge for something like that? I don't know. These are things I don't know. I don't know, guys. Stop asking, okay? Jeez. Should we make another dupe? We can afford to make another dupe, but the bed sizes, the bedrooms. We're gonna make another bedroom. Make sure that our oxygen is flowing in and out of our rooms here. Edibles, 14,000 edibles. We have one cranking out mush loaf, one cranking out berry sludge. Did we do the research on the stuff? We're almost done. Nicola's on it. We have some better jobs now. We put some people at better things, like a chef, not just a sous chef. There's Nails a scientist now. Nicola's a senior architect, and Bird's a seasoned miner. So, you know, Nails really should be doing the research, but I think Nails cranked out the supercomputer research like nothing. So, this is fine. Get more people to do more tasks, so over time we can do 2 things at once with 2 good people, right? It's time to learn. We got time to spare, which feels really good. All the water in the world. Never-ending supply. Food looks like it's going to be a never-ending supply because of these seeds. They never die. The plants have never died yet. So the life cycle thing, I think it's time for it to get fully grown, which is a bullshit term. You don't put life cycle. Life cycle means that when it dies and cycles back through the cycle of life. Life cycle. They scared the bejesus out of me by saying life cycle. 24 cycles. 12 cycles. Nah, man. It's wrong. We have way too many seeds, by the way. Just get more and more seeds. Bert's just like hanging out. He's like, I'm just gonna talk to the plants. Just gonna hang out with the plants a little bit. I'm just gonna go ahead and talk to them. We better watch out and make sure that the pressure stays well and good in here. And there's this little like breathable tiles. It's kind of bringing the pressure back in if it ever goes away. But where would it go? Literally, where would it go? Even if somebody comes in here and breathes it, they breathe in oxygen, breathe out carbon dioxide. I don't know if it's 1-to-1, but I don't know. I don't know. That wash basin in? Oh, it's totally in. Dude, Bert. It's on. Watch out for that slime, though. You're gonna have to trudge through some slime, and I apologize about that, but kinda, goes with the job a little bit here. Get into that cavern, maybe. Start digging. Start exploring. You could also explore sideways here, and that wouldn't be too bad. But it's just like someone has to constantly babysit you and make enough ladders for you to reach your destination. We just want to go outwards and find stuff at this point in time. Should we be like worried about exploration, or should we be worried about like actually getting to where we're trying to get to? Right? Because if we do both at the same time, we're gonna end up doing neither of them in the long run. I legitimately thought about starting this episode with like a neck brace on. Dude, we get fire poles for that too. Yeah, fire pole. Woo. Yeah. We could fire pole all the way down, but then they still have to climb up a ladder. But fire poles, it's like a tube, but only vertical. Man, tube travel would be the dream, though. Edibles are just doing so well. We're just growing and eating at such a perfect rate. It's beautiful. Should we make our airlock out of something better so it's less lossy? Blocks liquids and gas flow, maintaining pressure between areas. Yeah, see. No, wolframite would be high thermal conductivity, meaning that it would pass through really easily. I think that's what thermally reactive means too. I don't think there is a slow heating like granite door or anything like that. Never mind. Is everyone gonna make it back to their beds? Yes. Yes, they are. How many people can relate to that? They don't get to bed until halfway through the time they need to take to sleep. Like, 4 hours is enough sleep. And then tomorrow morning you're like, and then the next night you're like, 4 hours is enough. This is a terrible cycle. We already made all of these artworks too. Look at that. Look at that. Plus 85 in there. No one's really using that toilet, but that's fine. It's just there to make a nice, what do we call it? Med bay. Works for me. Food is still unrefrigerated. Still looking on getting more Wheezeworts here. We need Bert. We need Bert's dig action. Come up right underneath this Wheezewort. It'll fall all the way down. Doink. Be able to take that. Harvest is ready on some of these Wheezeworts, but there's not enough atmosphere up in here to really keep growing them. So I'm thinking that, that's why we were going to make this area in here. And that's why we're researching templates. To really get down our refrigerator game. Make some Wheezeworts in there. This is going to be to the right. How we doing germ-wise, by the way? Base seems totally good. Vitals, Bert. It's expected that Bert's going to always take a little bit of a hit. He's the one going into the tough areas. Stress levels are so low. Yeah. Feels good. We were going to make a clothes station. Where the hell are we going to make a clothes station? Up here? We don't need all these med bays. Disable? No, deconstruct that. I'm thinking like we're gonna save these areas over here for potential bedrooms in the future. if we start getting more. So we can make a closed area over here. Where is that? Water sieve. We can finally make that happen. Textile loom. Refined metals, though. We don't have the ability to do refined metals. And that is actually, we just got the rock granulator. What does that do? Heat plus 80 watts. Plus 80 watts. How much does a battery do for heat? 6.2 watts. Wow. That is a lot of heat. Where would we put this rock granulator? Where's a place that makes sense that won't get too hot? Down here, maybe? That's such a far ways away, though. I don't have to go that far. Maybe just like down here. If it ends up overheating too much. What's the overheat temperature? What's the overheat temperature of the rock granulator? Where was that? Refinement. 167 degrees. It's probably gonna heat up real quick. Power minus 240 is not too bad. Duplicate operation. Refines all those things. Sand is used in an array of liquid and air filtering processes. So it makes sand and refined metals. It's very lossy, but we have so much copper and so much, is that iron? So much iron that it doesn't really matter. And more sand is better because sand is always the thing that you run out of whenever you're sieving water. Sieving. I keep saying two different things. What is it though? Can we look it up? Sieve.
Sieve.
Sieve. Let's go with sieve. Fine. Fine, Google. I do that all the time, you guys. You hear a new word and you're like, I don't know how to pronounce that. Type it into Google. It's very simple. Although, like, what happens when, like, you know, like English people say a word differently? I don't know. Do you have English Google in Google? Does it automatically use an English voice, or is Google the same? Probably automatically uses an English voice. We were gonna make toilets at one point. That never happened. Just doesn't need to happen. It's like last thing to do. Like, yeah, do we need a toilet though? Do we have to do that? I'm thinking about going down in this area. Like that. And he waddled away, waddle. Till the very next day. Bop, 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 bop. The duck walked up to the lemonade stand. And he said to the man running the stand, hey, bop, 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 that's not lemonade, that's polluted water! And everyone got cancer and died. Would you really get cancer? You'd probably get some sort of infection first, huh? Probably. I could deconstruct these things, but then you just get the material back for it. And materials are very simple. That doesn't mean you can rebuild it, though. Hey, bop, 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 bobbity bop. Are we refrigerated yet? No. 50 degrees. Are we temp plate yet? No. Nip. I honestly should micromanage so well that I put Nikola as a researcher. Can I do that right now? He's a senior architect. Let's say I just shift him over here right now, so he gets the bonus of being a researcher. For the time being, while he's researching. And then I kick him back to something else. He's so pleased with himself. What's up with that weird little hat, though, with the lights on it? Is that what researchers wear? In actual labs? Has someone actually made one of those hats as a joke? Any researchers out there? Hey, bop, 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 bobbity bop. How are we looking here for temperatures? Like, the steam geyser was already creating a lot of water, and I don't know if the Weezeworts are actually doing anything at all, but that would be the place, though, to make that steam machine. So it takes in scalding steam, outputs cooler steam, and is there any loss of anything? Like, we're not creating carbon dioxide, we're not creating hydrogen. It's just power. It's just we stick it over top of a steam generator and boom, massive power. Like, that would be amazing. That'd be the cleanest machine ever. I mean, steam machines are clean. Water power, you know? It's fantastic. It's free. It's just free power. We're just utilizing what's already there. Six that up. Six that up. I'ma six you up, lady. What was that? Were you disinfecting? I still can't believe that piss water is still floating on the bottom of that lake. You think it would have dispersed by now. Hey, bop, bop, bop. Bobbity bop. Someone finish the ladder, please. Come on, guys. You actually need to make more ladder. You're not done there. All the way up. All the way up. And then dig. And then dig! Ah, ah. Why am I Count Chocula? Why am I Dracula? I don't know. That's a good question. Sometimes I'll just like do voices on my own, you guys. You might be thinking like, hey Huts, you're pretty good at some voices. How do you do that? When I'm driving alone in my car, and I'm just going from like point A to B, I just like talk to myself, literally. First of all, I would just talk to myself, just like repeat conversations. It's like a good thing to do if you are in like speech class, if you are working on your speech or something like that, if you're a nervous talker, if you have any kind of like stuttering, if you know, just to even hear your voice, to get used to your voice and know what you sound like, you can then know what you're going to sound like when you say something, so that you can start saying things that make more sense. Because like some people just can't pull off certain things, right? You kind of get more comfortable at like where you're at when you talk to yourself, and then when you get really into it, you can start singing in the car. You can start doing voices to yourself in the car, and it doesn't matter if you fail in a voice. You just keep trying it again and again and again. The ability to feel comfortable making an idiot out of yourself in front of yourself is powerful. Let me just tell you that. Okay, well, I was gonna make clothes, but we need a rock granulator. I was gonna make a rock granulator, but we need a spot to put it that it won't overheat, and that someone can reach easily. Organics. You're going all that way for algae. Is that really the closest to algae? All right. Honestly, though, I feel like, what if we made one of these... First of all, our storage compactors are almost full, which doesn't really surprise me, honestly. Should we make more storage compactors then? Where, though? Right over here. This is the spot. Don't need to go that far, though. I was saying some things. Rock granulator, maybe? Temperature zone. Oh, I was gonna make some storage compactors. At least one storage compactor. And then put maybe like an 8 on it and have it be nothing but algae. So that people will go and grab all the algae when it's just sitting out there. Kind of like how they do with the food. If any food hits the floor, they'll bring it into here because the ration box is a priority on it. 6. It's not their first order of business, but it's very important. And then whenever food hits the floor, we got our tidy people, our couriers. They go and pick it up. They dump it off at the appropriate station. When the station's ready to go, the sous chef, he's a chef now. He's not a sous chef. The chef comes over and starts working on it, and then apparently switches off with Harold. He doesn't know what they're doing. Hey, double Wheezewort action. Hey. Oh yeah, buddy. What happens if it freezes though? Can we eat frozen food? I like most of my desserts to be frozen, unless it's a pie a la mode. All right, let's see here. Organic, algae. Priority of 6. The courier just kind of grabs it and keeps dumping it off. And then we are going to need more storage compactors for other things. It's going to look real ugly in here, though. Decor will suffer. So, to combat that... How is a sculpting block furniture? Riddle me that. Hydro fans are not going to be needed anymore. We can actually deconstruct these. I don't even want to look at them anymore. And we got our Tempshift plates, you guys. Tempshift plate accelerates or buffers heat dispersal. Where do I put it, though? Has a small area of effect. Alright, copper. No. Okay, so there's copper ore or there's copper. High thermal conductivity for copper. Copper ore is less so. Wolframite, high thermal conductivity, thermally reactive. Obsidian, thermally reactive. Slow heating for igneous, that probably slows it. Granite, thermally reactive for sedimentary rock. Gold, amalgam, thermally reactive. Clay, sandstone, bissolite, iron ore, dirt, slow heating for dirt. See, I don't know what to make it out of. Let's just make it out of sandstone and see what happens. Don't know what I'm doing. I need an adult! I just want to try it. I want to see what happens, man. Just guessing here. Grasping at straws. See, now we're in the business of collecting that algae. Bert's hard at work. He's doing it. Nothing up here. We're exploring though. Getting some gold. How long until we can get like a refinery? Metal refinery. We can do it now, in fact. And get that metal tile so we can run fast. Output significantly heated liquid. Where do we put this heated liquid? Metal refinery, I think this would be maybe a good spot for the metal refinery to go. Maybe down here. And then pump that heated liquid up into this place where we're already cooling it. But if the metal refinery heats up this area, that's gonna be bad because it's gonna not the water's not gonna cool down. The water isn't cooling down. It's just so much of it though. 116 degrees. It's hot. It's 36 right here though. I'm assuming that metal refinery would take a lot of heat. So are we gonna jump past the rock granulator then? I don't know. We should have a whole area right here where it's nothing but coal refinery, Weezeworts to cool the whole thing down. What else did we want to put in there though? We wanted to put a couple things in there. Air scrubber, coal refinery, and a rock granulator maybe in a cold area and another refrigerator down here. Which would make sense to me. With air scrubbers, we could get rid of the algae terrarium. Or just move it like over here. I cannot believe that the CO2 is, it is rising. It is rising. Let's not ignore that. Bert's idle again. He doesn't know what to do. He needs more dig. Just needs to dig more. Start digging, Bert. Some of this gold in here maybe if you can. Just don't get slime lung. He is so gonna get slime lung. Why are you stressed though? Low oxygen, drab decor. He spends most of his time in drab decor, which... Yeah. Oh, fire poles though! Fire pole! We should put a fire pole in here. Dude, start digging here. Start digging right here. All the way down. That's what you should be doing. Get on it, man. We haven't killed a single person. We got so close, though. Bert's not gonna get to sleep very much. You just washed your hands twice. Picked up more germs on the way, I guess. I mean, that's gonna help with your slime lung, probably. Good job. Okay, are you actually getting all your stamina back, though? By the time you get up? See, that's the problem. That's the reason that you don't want them to be up all night. Stamina is still increasing, though. Apparently, it's not just related to sleep. Okay. Okay, never mind. Forget I said anything. Tempshift plates. They're not even going in. But now they're the sculpting blocks. We're too busy doing what? Building this ladder? No. This is all melting up here, though. But that's gonna just flow down to this area, I think. Shit flows downhill. I want to get up there, but it's just gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be a vacillator. I want to see what it is because like we're seeing new things, right? Over here, there's like duplicate checkpoints, pressure plates, automation wires. It's interesting. It's just, I can't use it. Oh, you know what? I think everyone's busy grabbing all the algae around the map. Yeah, see, they were down here digging deep for that algae. But putting all the algae in one single spot is gonna save us later on when we have to go out and grab a single piece, come back and dump it into a terrarium. Now we can grab all of it, as much as people can hold, bring it back closer to the base. Couriers can like really shine there. I like that. It's quite nice, really. There's so many tasks that are just flying by the wayside. No one's cooked food in a while, I feel like, and our food is glorious. We don't have any berry sludges, though. No one's eating bristleberry. That means that the bristleberry is probably going to rot. So let's put back on the bristleberry. You guys can go ahead and eat that up before it rots to death. It's not refrigerated yet. It's at 42. It's getting close. Getting really close. Here we go. Tempshift plate. I want to know what it even looks like. Holy crap, that takes a while to build. Oh, you know what? Are we done researching? We are. So let's actually put Nicola back at the architect. Is it this one? Yeah, buddy. So we can build them even faster. Even though everybody else is building. Look at that hat, bro. Let's see how you do. Show me something here. Almost unnoticeable. Almost unnoticeable. Got one. Got one. What is it doing, though? It seems like it just got warmer. Is it not working? I don't want it to be warmer. Is it just because it spread it out so much more evenly? Because now it's up to like 70 degrees. Is it working? Is it grabbing the heat from the sides here? What is going on with the temp shift plate? Temp shift plate. Like, let me go back and reread what it's supposed to do here. Where is the temp shift plate? Oxygen? No. Furniture? Utility? Accelerates or buffers heat dispersal. We want to accelerate heat dispersal, but heat in the way of like cold, right? The lack thereof heat, and disperse that evenly. We'll leave the plates there and we'll just see what happens. If the plate, like if this plate's grabbing the heat from outside and sucking it in, not so good. I'm tempted to actually just remove that. Disable it. We can disable it. How do you disable the temp shift plate? It's literally like a chunk of like, it's a piece of metal, right? No one's doing it, so maybe it doesn't work. Oh yeah, turn it off. Makes no sense. If you have like a heat sink on the back of your processor, you can't just shut that off. It's a piece of metal. You could disconnect it, apparently. You know, you can disconnect it, but that doesn't seem to be the way that these are working. I don't know. We'll let that go. See what happens. Like I said, it's just gonna take longer now for that food to cool down, though. Like, I didn't need to accelerate the coldness. I didn't need to spread the cold, but if we could spread the cold, then great. Maybe we just need more Wheezeworts in there. I kind of think that making one of those Tempshift plates behind this guy too would be smart, and behind this guy, because this I don't necessarily want it to be like frigid right next to it. I want it to spread out, but accelerates or buffers heat dispersal depending on the construction material used. Guessing, but should work. If we're talking about like heat dispersal, right, and coolness being the lack of heat, technically what we should be thinking about is that it's grabbing the heat around it in these sides, and it's pulling that heat, it's dispersing this heat around it to the cool area, which would mean that this is actually making this hot area colder, right? If you start putting the heat and you suck that heat into here, eventually that heat's gonna disappear. There's not gonna be any more heat to disperse, so it just depends on how you view what heat is. I feel like normal people view it as like heat is a thing and coldness is a thing, but it's just coldness is the lack of heat, blah, blah, blah. I said that like 100 times already. You guys are like, shut up, we get it, dude. You're not a scientist, Tuts. I'm a bit of a scientist myself. Oh. I love how like everybody hates Spider-Man, the original, but everyone still uses memes from it. I mean, they probably go hand in hand. Everyone hates it, therefore makes fun of it via stupid memes, but... Sorry, Toby Maguire. Toby Maguire. Toby McGry. Toby Keith. Toby McKeith. Toby Machief. Toby Milady. I'm done. We'll stop there. We'll continue the episode for like another 2 minutes, but this is probably gonna be the last episode, you guys, before I go to Thailand, or before I get back from Thailand. So when I get back, I'm gonna have no clue what's going on. I'm gonna have to take like a solid 10 minutes just to walk around and like refresh myself with what the hell we're doing. Low immunity, who? Bert. Show me. Whoa! Yeah, you do. Everyone has low immunity. Why? Because people are taking like too much time in the refrigerator or something? Building these things? That could be. They're cold and the immunity goes down. I guess. Let's make some Vita Chews. A bunch of them. I don't want to leave it where Bert is dying, right? Bert, get out of that area. I don't want you in there anymore. I don't want us doing this anymore. I don't care about it. I don't care about it. Let's make this nice and neat and contained. I do care about that though. Let's make this nice and neat and contained. So when we come back, everything looks good. Your stuff is still dropping, Bert. I kind of want you to just maybe do nothing for a while. Can you do that? What are you holding on to, by the way? A plant. A blam lily. Oh, you're gonna make the Vita Chews, right? Good job, Bert. I want you to stay safe. Idle. Bert's idling now. Takes coal. Can we reach coal? Doesn't say it lacks resources, so I'm assuming so. You know, I did say I wanted you to do nothing, Bert, and here you are doing nothing. Are your oh my god, they're still dropping. What do we got? 1 million slime lung germs, minus 103% per cycle. You are gonna get slime lung, buddy. You are getting slime lung today. Shit, 1 million slime lung germs from being up here for that little amount of time. He's tromping around areas filled with slime lung though. Oh my god. Bert. Oh my god. This is where an exosuit would come in handy. It's like spreading. It's even spreading past the point. Oh jeez. Oh gross, man. That's bad. It's still in the quarantine area, so like it's not that big of a deal, but yuck. Should we put some thermal plates in here? Can we put the thermal plates underwater? I want this thermo stuff to go through this. How do we accelerate the spread of the heat and the coolness through this area? Water is still 112 degrees. 108 in the bottom, 117 in the top. Alright, you know what, Bert? I'm just going to assign you to that bed immediately. Because that's where you're going. That's where you're going in a little bit. 12%, man. Germs are falling, so just generally it goes down, which is good, but it's going to catch up with you, buddy. Also, Turner, how about you? What are you at? 443,000 slime lung germ. See, that's why you're falling, but maybe you'll be able to catch back up. I think it's too late for Bert. Alright, temperatures in here. It's still cooling down. Still unrefrigerated, though. Seems like we're back on track. I wonder, maybe sandstone plates make it harder for the... Maybe it slows down heat dispersal. And if that's the case, that'd be fine too, to just keep the cool around the ration box, but I wish it just had a switch, you know, accelerate or decelerate heat dispersal, but that wouldn't make any sense either. We're gonna talk about making sense. Slime lung, yeah. Well, what do you know, Bert? Bert, you're gonna be sneezing gross shit too. I want you isolated. I want you completely isolated. I want you washing your hands. Why don't we put the wash basin by the door so that, you know, because the toilet's there. I don't want them to catch, like, diseases coming in or out of there. You know what? Let's just make another goddamn wash station. God damn it. God damn it. Where is it? Medicine. Wash basin. Can I just, like, have a picture behind that little arrow in the wash basin? What does the wash basin do for decor? Wash basin is +10. It's nice. They like it. You know, he's smart enough to use the toilet in here. That's actually pretty nice. I'm thinking of having this be a bi-directional wash basin here. We're past our time, you guys. We're past our time. I want this to be a bi-directional one. If he leaves, if someone comes in, I don't want the spread of germs either way. Thank you, Turner. Wash your hands when you get out. How is Bert doing, by the way? Let's look at his vitals. Slime lung, 3.5 cycles. Athletics -3, coughing. Death in 10 cycles. Okay, so that just means that he needs to get better sooner than later. Death in 10 cycles. Yikes. He's gonna get better in 3.1 cycles. We can't afford to lose Bert. Bert, eat that. Can you eat that? Is there not enough oxygen in here? No, you're breathing. You're breathing just fine. Nails is gonna take it. No, Nails is gonna put it in the refrigerator. You know, I did say to take, you know, medicine. Maybe we should cancel that. Don't eat it! No! It's you fucking assholes. God, everyone's so goddamn stupid. Oh, I'm just gonna drop it down into this guy who's gonna eat it. Ho-ho! Idiot! Alright, Bert, don't die on me, man. You just fed medicine to the hatch. Alright. We're gonna cut it here. Alright. Bert's got slime lung. He's got 10 cycles to live. So hopefully he can get better. We want to get up and explore these areas. There's a couple places we need to go. One up there, one down here. Probably more, I'm sure, eventually. We're gonna maybe think about starting to grow some, whatever those things were called. What are they called? We want to grow a lot of these sleet wheats in our refrigerator, which is hopefully one day going to cool down. I'll probably look up Tempshift plates before we start up again. If I don't, then rip. What else? Steam generator here, maybe. Coal generator here with air scrubbers. Yeah. We could try to turn some slime into algae, but I hate those slime machines. They're the worst. This is gonna be the plan. As for now, right, like, if we decided not to expand and do anything more, I honestly think we could probably live forever with what we have here. So we really conquered the game. We really demolished it. I appreciate you guys watching this, and I will see you in the next episode. See you guys.